So hi again. So I'll take a bit more than 2 minutes to try to share what we are building at Withings, and how we turn up to see this actionable dashboard as a key component of what we're building. So talking about dashboards, I will start to compare what we've been building with our car experience and car driving experience. We all drive cars with a dashboard that's been increasingly sophisticated. And if we turn out to enter a car without any feedback in the dashboard, we will not feel very safe, and at least not very comfortable. It does not make sense to take the road without knowing your fuel tank level or having some instant feedback on your speed. And even more, this dashboard has been being more and more sophisticated, so it helps us to forecast a situation or avoid a situation like you see here. But in fact, we are immersed with dashboard and decision aiding tools for consumers, users, but not for the most important part of our lives, and we discussed it a bit earlier, which is our own body and our health. And it's really a weird situation. Today, when we ask people in the streets who's taking care of your health, most frequent answers, at least in Europe, is my doctor take care of my health. And I truly believe that it's a paradox that we will come very soon out of, and more will be answering, with the right tools, will be answering, I'm taking care of my health, with the help of my doctors, obviously, but I'm a bit more at the driver's seat of my own health. So what has changed, and what we need to do to make that happen? What has changed first is that obviously we have this rich interface now in our pockets, filled with rich media experience, including with sensors that help us having a full multi-dimension tracking of our health, body vitals, behaviorals, and environments. But we need more than these devices, not only because we do not carry or wear it all the time, but also because all this information, and I talked about that earlier, needs to be fulfilled automatically. And this is a second very important point, is we will need a dashboard to drive our own health, and this dashboard should not require us any extra steps to be fulfilled manually, because if that does, they will be useful, in fact, for people who do not use it. And it's a very important part of what we've been developed. Also, this automatic fulfillment or input of the dashboard should be done with truly lifestyle device, not with device that you might accept in specific occasion activities, but in fact are too intrusive to be truly part of our life on the long term, on the long run. So, that's what we've been designing over the past 6 years, with truly a focus of sustainability in the daily use of our daily life for our users. So we started with a scale, which is not a wearable, but a device that is not seen as a sophisticated device that calls for a simple action, step on it from time to time. We wanted to make a truly useful and beautiful scale, and it turns out to be a change behavioral tool. And that's something we discovered from our users, from data that we were getting, and from testimonial from our users, who were literally sharing with us that they have changed their behavior, that this device has changed their life, because for the first time, without engaging into a specific diet, without setting a far-reach goals, they were just slightly changing their behavior from one day to the others, and for the first time in their life, achieving weight loss without engaging in any kind of diets. So that really encouraged us to develop further device that really puts our user in control of their own health in a simple and seamless matters. Because being in the driver's seat, you can be incentivized, motivated with much more tools. You can get some motivation by setting and tracking progress, by engaging in a competition with your friends, or connecting and using third-party application that will focus in a specific activity of our daily life. the way we've been focusing, or we are really obsessed by generating emotion, generating adoption, and finally have an impact on our user behavior, and always improving the tool and the leverage to impact our user behavior. But by doing that without being intrusive, without building a piece of hospital at home. That's really not the idea. The idea is building lifestyle devices that really fit in an environment, that can be worn on the long term, that will happen to get these sensors and generate this dashboard and feedback loops, but that will not, again, call for an extra steps. You won't see a scale that needs to be synced, or you need to pull an antenna. Our sleep sensors that you see here is a bedside lamp. The sensor part is totally seamless. It turns the bed into your sleep sensors. And again, that's the only way we think we can sustain. Having to push a button or wear something to go to sleep and understand your sleep is not something that will be done for a long number of nights, and so we will miss our mission. So we've been designing a device, again, that will not call for any extra attention in different shape and colors, that all together build these 360 dashboards along 3 big pillars. It's body vitals. So we measure weight, heart rate, blood pressure monitor through very consumer-oriented yet accurate devices. We measure behaviorals, that's the activity, the sleep quality. Automatically, we detect some fitness activities such as swimming, running. And also, we detect and measure environments. And that's really the 3 components of assessing and improving our health and behavior. The idea is correlating all this information. We often hear about step counting. You've heard about this recommendation to walk 10K steps a day. But in fact, it goes much beyond counting your steps, which is really limited if it's not put in perspective with the way your weight evolves, with your quality of sleep or your heart health. So we need aggregate, again, user experience interface that will not submerge us with a lot of information, but will generate right insight at the right moments and just slightly, again, impact our behavior. The idea is to understand, act, treat, and I will end with this idea of treatment. We think that by building this device that you almost forget in your daily lives will not only impact our behavior, but we will impact the way the doctors can have insight when we see it, if we need to see our doctors, because we will have generated a multi-year baseline, multi-dimension, that will help our doctors understand where we come from and not having to diagnose something without any history. So I really think that there is a big disruption by removing this frontier between wellness and the way I take care of my health, and tomorrow healthcare, and the way our doctors see information that is generated not at the doctor offices, but through our daily life on the long term. So thank you very much.